The song Brand New Dance, from the death of Slim Shady, has origins dating back to 2004 under the name Christopher Reeves. The creation of the song was a bit of a doozy. M decided to take things to the next level and actually brought a horse into the studio. Yes, you heard that right. A real horse. Everyone's chill, trying to get the beats down, and M just strolls in with this full-grown horse like it's no big deal. He said, "If I'm gonna rap about horses, I need one in the room for inspiration." Dre's sitting there like, this can't be happening, but M was dead serious. The horse, which Bizarre nicknamed Reeves for the occasion, was just chillin' for the first few minutes, but once the bass dropped, it went nuts. It kicked over a mic stand, knocked down a bunch of soundboards. The studio was in a total disarray. Bizarre, always trying to one-up everyone, hopped on the horse, shirtless, yelling, "I'm Superman now." But then the horse freaked out even more, and Bizarre ends up face first on the floor. Marshall is laughing so hard he can't breathe, saying, "Yo, this is perfect for the vibe." Dre was like, "Never again, man, never again." But M swears that horse brought the magic. And of course, Bizarre kept asking if they could bring a zebra in for the next session. So next time you listen to Brand New Dance, just know that's the sound of real horse going ham in the studio. Back in 2006, M was suffering from depression and addiction to drugs, to the point he had been going around saying he was the most miserable celebrity in Detroit. He'd tell anyone who'd listen, Dre, 50, Paul Rosenberg, that he had it worse than anyone. But something weird happened that made him change his tune completely. He was sitting there eating Taco Bell in the studio, flipping through the Detroit Free Press, when he stumbles on this random article about a banshee named Stacy that haunts the city, snatching the souls of the most miserable people. M was like, "Oh hell no, that's me. I'm the prime target." From that moment on, Marshall made a 180-degree turn. He started acting all cheerful, but it was so forced it was hilarious. He'd walk into the studio every morning, all chipper, kissing Jeff Bass on the forehead like, "Good morning, Jeff. You're doing amazing work." And Jeff's like, thanks." M even called up his mom telling her, "Hey mom, I love you," which was completely out of character at the time. She thought she was being pranked. The funniest part was how he'd make a huge deal about everything. Like if someone brought him the wrong order of Taco Bell, he'd just fake smile all twitchy and go, "Oh, no worries, it's all good. I love getting the wrong order. Makes my day." But you could tell he was dying inside. The man was so paranoid about the banshee that he even had Paul Rosenberg call the Detroit Paranormal Society to see if there was any truth to the story. Paul's like, "M, it's probably just a metaphor or some tabloid nonsense." But M wasn't taking any chances. He made a song about it called Stacy for the unreleased album 6 record. He eventually got over the legend of Stacy right after Proof died. But sometimes he wonders if Stacy is responsible. This next entry is about the song I Love the Babies by Bizarre. But Eminem was in the studio during the incredibly bizarre recording process. Spoilers, the cops show up, and for good reason. Bizarre was in the booth singing, "I love the babies." Everyone's trying to keep a straight face. Then suddenly, there's this tiny sound. An actual baby starts crying in the studio. At first, M and Co thought it was a sound effect, until Bizarre reached down and cradled something in his arms. M's at the board, looks up, and just goes, "Yo, Busy, is that a goddamn baby?" The whole room is in shock, and Busy's all nonchalant, bouncing the baby on his knee and going, "Yeah, this is little Marcus. He gets real into it when I'm laying down these vocals." M is flipping out. "Wait, where did you even get this baby from?" Without missing a beat, Bizarre just says, "I know a guy." M and the engineers look at each other with the most dumbfounded expressions, with M muttering, "This crazy motherfucker." And then Bizarre is like, "Don't worry about it, just keep recording. He's cool. He likes peas." At this point, the baby's still crying his little lungs out, and Bizarre pulls out a baby bottle filled with mashed peas. He starts feeding the baby mid-song, still holding the mic like he's in a damn rock concert. He's singing, "I love the babies." And in between takes, he's like, "Shh, eat your peas, Marcus." About 10 minutes later, the Detroit Police Department enters the studio, asking about a missing baby. Bizarre, not wanting to give up little Marcus just yet, starts negotiating with the cops. "If you want Marcus, you're gonna have to let me finish my hook." There's a lot of tension in the room, when suddenly, the baby starts giggling. Full-on baby laughter. Bizarre takes this as a sign from the universe. He's like, "See? He loves it here. Marcus is vibing." At this point, the cops don't know what to do. The baby's clearly not in danger, but they still can't let Bizarre just keep a random baby. So one cop says, "All right, Bizarre, if you give us the baby, we'll let you finish recording your hook." Bizarre looks at the baby and goes, "Marcus, you cool with that?" The baby gurgles, and Bizarre's like, "All right, deal." He hands over the baby, but not before giving him one last spoonful of peas. "Take care of yourself, little homie," he says dramatically, as if they've just shared a life-altering moment. And that was the story of Time. Bizarre almost got arrested for kidnapping an infant.